Hi and welcome to Maths class. In this video we're going to be looking at using algebra when we're looking at different patterns, and at times during the video what I'm going to ask you to do is pause the video and then do something and then hit play again and just check that what you've done matches what I've done. Okay, it doesn't matter if you need to take a little bit of time to work things out. Don't be tempted to just hit play and just get the answer. Check it yourself. Okay, so we're starting with the pattern that you can see on the screen. Let's just pretend I'm using matchsticks. I couldn't find any matchsticks, so I've just drawn the pictures of the matchsticks, which is the little lines. And you can see I've made a little triangle, that's shape 1. Shape 2 has 2 triangles and shape 3 has 3 triangles. Pretty straightforward. So the first task is draw the next shape. Off you go. I'm just checking that you've actually hit pause. Hit pause now. So I'm going to show you what I got now, and hopefully your shape looks the same as mine. Shape 4, it's 4 triangles. You probably pretty easily predicted that. Okay, here's the next question. The next question is, how many matchsticks do I need to add to make the next shape? Well, this one's not too hard. I'm making triangles, and I'm making a whole triangle every time that I add. So pause. And now I'll give you the answer. The answer is 3. If I start here with 3 triangles, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 matchsticks. To get shape 4, I had to add 1, 2, 3 matchsticks, which gives me a total of 12. So the answer is 3. I've got another question for you. Okay, here's your next question. I want you to complete the table that you can see. You might need to pause it in order to copy it down. So now would be a good time. But just before you go, I just want to point something out to you. On the top row, you can see shape number. So that's telling me, am I looking at, for example, shape number 4? How many matchsticks do I have in shape number 4? Well, I can count them and fill it in here. But how am I going to work out shapes number 5 and 6? I could draw them, but I don't have to, remember? And be careful, this doesn't just follow to the next one, shape number 7, it jumps to shape number 20. All right, I'm going to fill them in. Pause it. And now I'm going to show you my answers. So quickly pause it if you haven't done it yet. And I haven't filled in the last one for shape number 20. So there we are, because I wanted to talk about that. So I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 and 18. I'm pretty sure you'll recognize that pattern. It's skip counting by 3s. But the other way I can look at it is if I take this number and multiply it by 3, I get this number. Like here, shape number 4 times 3 has 12 matchsticks. Shape number 6 times 3 has 18 matchsticks. So how am I going to work out shape number 20? I'm going to multiply it by 3 to get 60. So you should also have had an answer of 60 there. Okay, I've got another question for you. Hold tight. Here's question number 4. N is the number of the shape, like the first shape or the second shape, shape 1, shape 2, shape 3. M is the number of matchsticks, so 3 matchsticks, 6 matchsticks, and so on. I want you to write a rule connecting N and M. Now, one thing I want you to look at is it says rule. That means we're going to have an equal sign in the middle, and there'll be something on the left side of the equal sign, and there'll be something on the right side of the equal sign, okay? So you need to write a rule connecting N and M. Just to remind you what we'd already done, we did this table. These numbers on the top are all N. That's the shape number. And these numbers on the bottom are all M. That's the number of matchsticks. So how can we connect M and N? All right, pause it. And I'm going to show you my answer. So pause it. There's my answer. M equals 3 times N. Now, if you got that, well done. And if you didn't, have a think about what's different in your answer from my answer. A common mistake people make is do it the other way around. n equals 3 times m. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to practice using substitution to check. Now, hopefully you remember what substitution is. I'm going to use, let me see, shape number 2. So shape number 2 has, n is the shape number, so n is going to be 2. And m is the number of matchsticks. How many matchsticks did we need for shape number 2? We needed 6. All right. So I'm going to write down what will I get on the left side of that equation and what will I get on the right side of that equation using those numbers, and see if I get the same answer. So the left, I'm going to get m, which, well, I've already worked out that m has to be 6. So on the left side of the equation, I get 6. What about on the right? On the right side, I get 3 times n. n is 2. I already decided that because I'm checking it with shape 2. So that's 3 times 2, which is 6. So they're equal. That means my equation works. But just because it works for shape 2 doesn't necessarily mean it works for every shape. So I'm going to check it with a different shape. I'll just go back to my table and I'll just pick one. Let me see. I might do shape number 5. So for shape number 5, n is 5 and m is 15. n is 5, shape 5, n is 5 and m is 15. Oops, you can't see that. There we go. Let's check if it works. So on the left is just m, so that's going to be 15. On the right, that's just going to be 3 times n. Now n is 5, so that's 3 times 5, which is 15. It still works. It's really important when you're writing your own equations like this that you don't just check it with one shape or one example. Sometimes it works for one, but then it doesn't work for the next one. You've got to check it with at least 2. Now, just remember also that I don't write m equals 3 times n. I write m equals 3n, just like that. And then we're done. Okay, that's the end of this video.